Hey, what's up guys? Blake from MACkite here. Today we're going into how to do a foot swap on a directional board. Haven't done a whole lot with directionals, surfboards, all that, so I'm excited to get more into it and teach you a few new things on something besides a twin tip. So here we go. Alright, so step number one is just to keep your kite at 45. You want it a bit high, almost 11, 1 o'clock. And basically the reason you want it to be high is so that it pulls you up off the board as you're switching your feet, rather than low where it pulls you forward and off the board. So simple step, just keep your kite high. And then right as you're about to do the swap is when you're gonna kind of pull in on the bar so that it lifts you up and gives you some extra time to kind of hover over the board as you switch your feet. Step number two is that you want to crouch forward. So you want your shoulders, instead of, if you're riding to the right, you don't want to be sideways. You want your shoulders to be facing forward, because basically if you're facing forward, then all of your weight's over one point in the front of the board, and as you switch your feet, your weight will be centered over that front foot. Whereas if you're sideways, then you have to go from here and switch all the way to the other side. So simply just crouch forward over your front knee, have your shoulders facing the front of the board, and then that'll give you the most stability as you change your feet. Step number three is to bring your back foot to the front of the board. You want to have your feet kind of facing forward, because if they're turned sideways too much, then you're going to be sideways like this. You have to turn all the way around. So as you're doing this, your front foot should be angled a bit straight in order to then open you up so that as your shoulders are going, you can then twist and go the other direction. You're going to have your foot straight, step with your back foot forward, get control, stay balanced, and get that under control so then you can be ready for the next step. Right, so step number four is to keep your weight centered over the front of the board. This is a very short period of time that you're actually going to be doing this, but it's important that you keep your weight centered over the front, because if you lean back, then the board is going to shoot out on you and take off without you. So what you want to do is just keep your shoulders in front of your knees, because basically as soon as you lean back, the kite's pulling you one way, the board's going the other, and it's going to shoot out on you. So if you've tried this before, you probably had that happen, and it's a very common mistake. So this will get you in position where then you have weight over the nose of the board. It'll give you a little bit of time to then get it under control and then step the other foot back so you go the other way. Step number five is to step back with your new foot so that your feet have swapped. You're going the other direction with one foot behind the other. You're still going to be riding in the same direction, but your feet will have gone from this way to this way. And so the key to this is just try and do it fairly quickly. You just lift it up just an inch or so, swap your feet around, get control over the board, ride toe side. And once you get riding toe side, it's just important to kind of push out on the bar a little bit. A lot of times if you pull in as you're riding toe side, it can kind of kill the power of the kite and sink you in. So just sheet out a bit, keep it moving up and down, and then typically after you make your foot swap, you can make a transition and ride the other way with your new foot forward. All right, so that's it for directional foot swap, so that you can ride one way, switch your feet, ride toe side, and then make a transition and go the other way. It's quite a game changer if you're a directional rider, where you can finally go one way, switch your feet, and not have to sink in and change directions. Once you get here, it just opens up a whole new world of possibilities, and look forward to making more videos with the directional along the way. So hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.